Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the economic calendar today. Asian data were very important during the Asian session. We got data from Japan. Japan job applications ratio, Tankan all big industry CIPS, manufacturing index, large manufacturing index, all of this non-manufacturers index, all of this Tankan index were a mixed bag of data. As you can see here, some of them were beats the expectations, some of them were way worse than expected. So kind of a mixed bag of data from the Japan. We are going to take a look at the Japanese yen to see how market reacted to this data. Retail sales of the from the Australia beats the expectations of 0.4% with the actual number of 0.7%, which is better than the previous number of 0.1%. But the building approvals deteriorate further from 11% in the previous month to minus 6.1% in the present month. During the London session, we got retail sales data from Switzerland that are expected at the level of 2.6%. This data are scheduled for this at 8:30, and 30 minutes later at 9 o'clock, ECB, the Windows, will give a speech. During the European session, London session, we got all of this data from the Eurozone countries that will release the manufacturing PMI data. Switzerland, France, Spain, Germany, and the whole manufacturing PMI data are scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. This is the data from the whole Eurozone. It's expected to deteriorate from the 45.8 points to 44.8 points. 30 minutes later, UK manufacturing PMI data are scheduled for release as well. Moreover, the key event of today is of course the consumer price index and core consumer price index from Eurozone. The consumer price index is expected to decrease from 2.2% to 1.8%. So very important data scheduled for this at 11 o'clock. And then we got the replay from the USA in form of the manufacturing PMI data scheduled for release. The first one are scheduled for release at 3:45, and then at 4 o'clock we got the ISM manufacturing PMI data. This time the PMI data is expected to increase from 47.2 points to 47.6 points. So that's kind of interesting. At the same time, JOLT jobs openings are scheduled for release from the US. Then we got the global daily trade price index from New Zealand, and the Bank of England MPC member Pill will give a speech as well. 1 hour later at 5 o'clock, FOMC member Bostic will give a speech, and 30 minutes later ECB Schnabel will give a speech. At the end of the day, at 6 o'clock, we got the Atlanta Fed GDP Now data, and 10:30 API weekly crude oil stock. Wow, quite busy day, especially during the London session, European session. Manufacturing PMI data from the Eurozone is something that we want to definitely take a look at, but then we need to see how the Japanese yen reacted to the Japanese data. So let's switch to the technical part. We are going to take a look at the euro dollar first. Euro dollar was rejected again from the supply zone. We identified this supply zone perfectly, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, 7, 8, 9 times price was rejected from this zone here. Remember, this is zone located between 1.1179, 1.1214, so it's not that wide. The range is quite narrow. However, it's still too much for the bulls. Now we are trading below the trend line. Ooh, that's not good for the bulls. Why? Because so many rejections, so much weakness showed here on the euro dollar might question this 1-2 pattern, which is why I'm getting rid of it. And it looks like the wave 4 will not be just the ABC corrective a simple collective pattern. It will be something way more difficult, way more complex and time consuming. So we haven't finished the movement to the upside just yet on the euro dollar, but we need to wait for this wave here to basically develop, and then we will be ready for another upward wave. overnight we've made a local low, so we broken below 1.1122 technical support towards 1.1114 technical support. So now that's this extreme is now the intraday technical support. We are testing 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart. Next target for the bears, if they break below 1.1122 1.1114 is 1.1084, and of course this zone here on the bottom. So with this kind of a momentum, which is right now at the level of 44 points, it looks like the bears are in charge of this market, at least temporary. Maybe, just maybe, the PMI data will surprise everyone and the market will have a chance to trigger a rally above 1.1214, top of the supply zone. We will see how it will work just in a few minutes. US dollar versus the Japanese yen 4-hour chart strongly bounces higher after the worse than expected data. Mixed bag of data, but generally worse than expected data were published overnight. So market participants are buying US dollar, selling yen again. Local low was established at 141.61, so this level will now act as the technical support. This level here is not being respected whatsoever, so we are going to get rid of it. And right now we are going back to the uptrend. If we zoom in, we still can see the range. We can see the range that the market is now obeying, basically. Yeah, is respecting this range. Now we retrace at least 50% of the last swing to local swing to the upside, from 146.50 to 141.66. Now the market keeps pushing to the upside. Strong momentum broke above the level of 50 and keeps rising right now at the level of 58 points. Next target for bulls, 146.50 on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the crude oil, because we will have the crude oil data soon. Crude oil on a 4-hour chart broke below this short-term trend line support, made a local low at 66.95, and it's trying to break above the 50 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart. So right now all of these attempts were a failure, and the level of 69.49, which is the technical resistance, local technical resistance, has not been violated just yet. We got some kind of a interesting movement to the upside, interesting movement to the downside as well. The bulls and bears are fighting about the dominance. I guess that this level was right now not necessary on our chart, and it looks like this level must be updated. So we got the 66.95 technical support, and now we got this clear range here that is being used to test the 50 periods moving average. But with this kind of a momentum, negative momentum, that is again pointing to the downside, it looks like the market participants, especially bears, are very happy with the current situation, and they want to push the market lower towards the 66.95 technical support, and then even swing low at 65.27. So please keep an eye on this levels as well. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. The Bitcoin on 4-hour chart moved out of the channel and hit the demand zone again. The dips towards the demand zone had been bought back up again. So we got this pin bar here, we got the confirmation of the bullish strength, and now we are trying to test the lower channel line and then break back up above the supply zone. We are bouncing from the extremely oversold conditions, almost extremely oversold conditions, only 31.89 points, almost 32 points. That was the dip. So the low is, of course, that define extremely oversold conditions is 30 points. So it's only 2 points above it. Nevertheless, it looks like the Bitcoin bulls want to move higher from this low. Right now this measurement is no longer necessary. What do we have here is a classic example of upside movement, correction, and now the market is ready to move higher. Please keep an eye on the RSI. If it breaks above the level of 50 again, that will be confirmation of the bullish momentum coming to the markets, targeting the recent swing high at 66,446. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.